Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Janai and I'll be your yoga teacher for today. This class is for September's new moon in Virgo. So with the moon being in Virgo, which is an earth sign, we'll be practicing some grounding and even begin with a root chakra meditation. And also Virgo is associated with your stomach. So we'll be practicing a little bit of core work to activate that sacral chakra, which is located in your core. And then with it being a new moon, that's always a great time to set goals and intentions because they symbolize new beginnings. So we'll be playing in a few challenging poses to ignite our body and mind with energy. So you can begin in a seated position, preferably on your bottom, either with your legs straight out in front of you in easy pose, or even find a bound angle pose, which is a great grounding pose. But wherever you are, sit up nice and tall, elongate your spine, lift your chest, bring your chin parallel with the floor. And I invite you to draw your awareness to the base of your spine. Notice how firm and supportive the earth feels beneath you. Imagine that your sitting bones are like roots of a tree reaching down into the earth, spreading wide and deep, and that your spine is like the trunk of the tree, reaching up and out the crown of your head. And envision a ball of glowing red light at the floor of your pelvis. And with every inhale, draw energy up your roots and into this space in your imaginary red ball of light growing and the physical foundation of your body fortifying. And with every exhale, send the energy back down and wide into the earth beneath you. Take several breaths as you feel this connection deepening and you begin to feel yourself become stronger. Take one more inhale through your nose here and sigh it out with an open mouth exhale. If you close your eyes, you can begin to flutter them open. And if you came into a bound angle pose, you can stay there if you like, or come into an easy pose if you're not already there. But just find a comfortable seat. And you can inhale and sweep your arms up overhead. And exhale, side bend to the right. Extend your left arm over, feel that stretch in your left side body. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale back up to center. We'll move into some twists. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale up to center. And exhale your hands to your knees. We'll move into some seated cat-cows. So you'll inhale, pull your chest through your bicep, lift your gaze. And exhale, round your back, press away from your knees. You can flow through a few rounds of these at the pace of your own breath. Maybe take one more round. And then you can find a neutral seat. And with your hands still on your knees, just take a few breaths to find any organic movements that feel good to you in your spine or your neck. And then when you're ready, you can make your way to a tabletop position with your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. We'll flow through a few balancing table curls. So start by kicking your right leg out behind you and extending your left arm forward, really engage your core. Take an inhale here, and then exhale, draw your knee and your elbow to your core. Inhale back to balancing table. Exhale, curl. Take 2 more of these. Inhale, balancing table. Exhale, curl. Inhale, balancing table. Exhale, curl. It's your last one. Inhale to balancing table. And then exhale, lower your hand and knee back to your mat. We'll take this on the other side. So kick your left foot behind you, your right arm in front of you. Engage your core. Take an inhale here. Exhale, curl. Inhale, balancing table. Exhale, curl. 2 more. Inhale, balancing table. Exhale, curl. Inhale, balancing table. Exhale, curl. Last balancing table. Inhale. And then exhale, lower your hands and knee. Great job. We'll move into a floating table. So curl your toes under and press into your hands and toes to float your knees a few inches off of your mat. Really engage your core here. Take 4 deep breaths here. And on your next inhale, press your hips up into turbo dog, so don't straighten through all the way. Press away from your mat, engage your shoulders so that your head isn't hunched here in this turbo dog. Feel it in your quads. Take 1 more inhale here. And then exhale, send your hips all the way up and back to downward facing dog. Begin to straighten through your legs. Maybe take a few moments to pedal this downward dog out. Alright, great job. Inhale up to your toes. And exhale, press your heels a little closer to your mat. Draw your chest a little closer to your thighs. Great job. Inhale and gaze forward between your hands. And exhale and tiptoe to right behind your wrist. Come into a ragdoll pose here so you can keep your fingertips on your mat. Or bring your hands to opposite elbows. And just feel that release of tension in your neck and back here. Maybe sway side to side if you'd like. All right, great job. You can lower your fingertips back to your mat and begin to straighten through your legs if you haven't already. We'll take some twists here in this forward fold. So start by centering your left hand and inhale, open your chest and your right arm up to the ceiling. Inhale here. Exhale, lower your right hand down and center it, and we'll open up to the left. So inhale your left arm up and exhale your right back down. Great job. All right. And when you're ready, you can roll up to standing nice and slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time, with your head coming absolutely last into a mountain pose. Stand nice and tall here. Feel yourself root down through your feet. Maybe lift up all your toes and press them back down. Engage your calves, your quads, your glutes. Point your tailbone down, engage your core, roll your shoulders down your back, and face your palms forward. Elongate your spine. And imagine reaching up and out through the crown of your head. Take an inhale here, and an open mouth exhale. All right, we'll flow through a few sun salutations to get our body all warmed up and energized. So you can step to the top of your mat, beginning in a mountain pose. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step or hop back to a high plank. All right, feel free to come to your knees to modify this plank pose if needed. And from here, you can take your vinyasa. So shift forward onto your toes, lower down, press up into upward facing dog. Inhale, and exhale, send your hips up and back to downward facing dog and flip to the soles of your feet. Inhale, gaze forward between your hands. Exhale, step right behind your wrists. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, your arms down to mountain pose. Great job. We'll flow through that again. So begin in mountain pose. Inhale, sweep your arms up, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step or hop back to a high plank. And take your chaturanga here. Meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward between your hands. Exhale, step behind your wrists. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, mountain pose. All right, great job. Those were some Sun A salutations. We'll take a few Sun B salutations. So again, beginning in mountain pose. Inhale, sweep up to chair pose. Point your tailbone down, engage your core, send your weight into your heels. Take an inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step, hop, or float back to high plank, and take your vinyasa. Meet in downward facing dog. Great job. Inhale, sweep your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward between your hands. Lower your left heel down for warrior one. Inhale up to warrior one on the right. Take a few breaths here. Really press into the outer edge of your left foot. Ground down into your right. Keep your knee aligned over your right ankle. Keep a neutral spine here and imagine the extension of your spine reaching up and out your arms, out your fingertips. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, and step back to downward facing dog. Great job. Inhale, sweep your left leg up and back. And exhale, step it forward. Lower your right heel down. And inhale up to warrior one on the left. Nice and strong. Feel that stretch in your inner right thigh. Shoot energy out your fingertips up to the sky. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, frame your foot and step back to downward facing dog. Great job. Inhale, gaze forward between your hands. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep up to chair pose. And then exhale, release to mountain pose. Great job. We'll flow through another Sun B. So begin in mountain pose. Inhale, sweep to chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step, hop, or float back to plank, and take your vinyasa. Great job. Come to your downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward between your hands. Inhale up to warrior one on the right. Exhale, plant your hands and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg up and back. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale up, warrior one on the left. Exhale, plant your hands and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward between your hands. Exhale, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up to chair pose. Exhale, mountain pose. Great job. As always, remember that this is a video, so feel free to pause or take a break if needed at any time. All right, we'll add a little more to that, get a little creative. So, when you're ready, step to the top of your mat in mountain pose. Inhale, sweep your arms up, extended mountain. And exhale into a slight back bend. Lift your chest and your gaze. Inhale, back up to center. And exhale, sit into a chair pose. You can bring your hands to heart center. And we'll take a chair twist here. So start by twisting to the right. Bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. And gaze over your right shoulder. Press your elbow into your knee to help you twist a little deeper. Great job. And with control, you'll step your left foot back onto the ball of your foot into a high lunge twist. You can gaze straight ahead of you or over your right shoulder, but really feel yourself grounding down into this right foot. Take one more inhale here, and then exhale, plant your hands and step your right foot back to meet your left in a high plank. All right, we'll move into some side planks, a little bit more core work. So start by making sure your fingers are spread wide. And we'll begin with side planks on the right side. So begin to roll over onto your right hand and the outside of your right foot. You can stack your feet or float that left leg or take any leg variation you like. But wherever you are in this side plank, engage your core, lift your hips, stack your shoulders, send energy up through your left hand. Great job. Take one more inhale here. And exhale, close back into your plank pose. We'll move into a side plank on the left. So roll over onto your left hand and your outer edge of your left foot. Shoot your right arm up to the ceiling. Engage your core, lift your hips. Maybe try a different leg variation. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, come back into your plank pose and take your vinyasa. Meet in downward facing dog. Inhale and gaze forward between your hands and step your left foot forward and we'll move into a high lunge on the left. So inhale your arms up, high lunge, press into the ball of your right foot, ground down into your left. And then you can bring your hands to heart center and we'll take a high lunge with a twist to the left here. So bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee and gaze to the left or over your left shoulder up at the ceiling. Great job. And then with control, you'll step that right foot forward to meet your left in a chair twist. Continue to press your elbow into your knee to help you twist a little deeper. Take one more breath here in this chair twist. And then inhale up to extended mountain pose. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, release your arms to your sides, mountain pose. All right, great job. We'll take all of that one more time, beginning with our left side this time. So starting in mountain pose, inhale, sweep your arms up, extended mountain. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, back up to center. And exhale, sit into your chair pose. Bring your hands to heart center, hinge forward, and twist to the left. Gaze over your left shoulder. Press your right elbow into your left knee to help you twist deeper. Keep some space between your knees. And with control, you'll step back onto the ball of your right foot and to come into a high lunge twist. Drive your right heel up and forward. Feel yourself grounding down into your left foot. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, plant your hands and step your left foot back to a plank pose. We'll take those side planks on both sides one more time, this time starting with your left side. So roll over onto your left hand and the outer edge of your left foot. Shoot energy up through your right hand. One more inhale here. And then exhale back to plank. All right, roll over onto your right side. Open your chest, extend your left arm up. One more inhale here. Exhale back to plank. And take your vinyasa, meet in downward facing dog. Great job. Inhale and gaze forward between your hands. Exhale and step your left foot forward. Inhale up to high lunge on the right. And then you can bring your hands to heart center, hinge forward, and high lunge twist over your right shoulder. Bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. And then with control, you'll step your left foot forward to meet your right in a chair twist. Continue to gaze over to the right or over your shoulder. And then you'll inhale up, extended mountain. Exhale, back bend. Inhale back up. And exhale your arms to your sides, mountain pose. All right, great job. We'll play in a few balancing poses. So beginning with tree pose, we'll start by grounding down through your left leg. You can lift your right foot either to a kickstand at your ankle, to your shin, or to your inner thigh. Just be sure to avoid your knee. And you can bring your hands to whichever variation of your arms you would like. You can even try maybe a side bend here in this tree pose. And in this side bend, if you do decide to try it, you can continue to extend both arms overhead or rest one hand on your right thigh or hold on to your right ankle. Wherever you are, keep a micro bend in that left leg to help you keep your balance, and also find something ahead of you to gaze at that isn't moving. If you're wobbling, that's fine. That means you're getting stronger. And if you come out of this pose, just make your way back into it. Take one more inhale here. And exit this pose slowly and with control. All right, we'll try our other side. So this time ground down through your right leg and bring your left foot either to a kickstand at your ankle, to your inner right shin, or your inner right thigh. And maybe try a different arm variation this time. Maybe try that side bend. Actively press that lifted knee open. Again, keep a micro bend in your right leg. Engage your core, engage your glutes. Tuck your tailbone down. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, exit the pose with control. All right, we'll move into a standing pigeon. So start by bending into your knees, maybe bring your hands to heart center, and lift your right foot, bring your right ankle to the top of your left knee, and continue to sit a little deeper in this standing pigeon pose. Feel that stretch in your outer right hip. Feel yourself grounding down through your left foot. Again, imagine that your foot is like roots of a tree, and you're standing really strong. Even the wind can't blow you. Take one more inhale here, and then exhale, slowly release. We'll take that on the other side. So bend into your legs, bring your hands to heart center, lift your left foot and bring your left ankle to the top of your right knee, and sit a little lower in this standing pigeon pose. Flex your left foot, feel that stretch in your outer left hip, and find your balance, find something to gaze at. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, slowly release. Great job. All right, we just got a little bit more to go before we begin to cool down, but I know you got this. So you can make your way back to the top of your mat. And we'll find a one-legged Tadasana here. So ground down into your left leg, lift your right leg, flex your toes, keep a micro bend in that standing leg. And then we'll come into a twist. So twist to the right, and your arms can come to this T, or you can use your left hand to grab onto your outer right knee, or maybe even use your peace fingers to grab your right big toes to find a revolved hand to big toe pose here. But wherever you are, just find your twist, find your balance. All right, and you can bring your arms to a T if they're not already, and with control, step your right foot back into Warrior Two on the left. Bring that right foot parallel to the short end of your mat, and reach and send energy out through both ends of your fingertips. Engage your core, tuck your tailbone down here, and feel yourself grounding down into your left foot and the outer edge of your right foot. Great job. Flip your front palm upwards, inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Gaze straight ahead or up at your right thumb. And then from here, straighten through that front leg into extended triangle. Great job. Inhale up to triangle pose, bring your arms to a T. And we'll find the star pose. So bring your arms up to this V, point your toes forward. Take an inhale here, lift your chest. And exhale, sit into a goddess pose. Nice and strong. We'll hold this for 10, 9, 8, 7, aim to bring your thighs parallel with the ground. 3, 2, 1, great job. You can release to standing. And we'll find a Warrior One pose to the right. So point your right toes out to the right and bring your left foot to about a 45-ish degree angle. Bend into this right knee. And you can clasp your hands behind your back. Inhale to puff up your chest. And then exhale, fold forward into Humble Warrior. Lift your wrists over your head to stretch your shoulders. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, plant your hands and draw your left knee to your nose, still floating that foot though. And then we'll repeat all of that on the other side. So with control, lift up into your one-legged Tadasana. And find your twist here, twisting over your left leg now. And again, you can keep your arms at a T, maybe grab your right hand onto your outer left knee, or find your reclined big toe pose here. Wherever you are, keep a micro bend in your right leg. Stand nice and strong here. Great job. If your arms aren't already in a T, bring them to a T and step your left foot back to warrior one on the right. Engage your core, tuck your tailbone down, and stand nice and strong here. Great job. Flip your front palm upwards, inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Straighten that right leg, extended triangle. And then inhale up to triangle. Point both of your toes forward, inhale up to star pose. And then exhale, bend into your arms and legs, goddess pose. We'll hold this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you can release to standing. We'll come into a warrior one on the left. So point your left toes out. Bring your right foot to face diagonally. Bend into this left knee. Clasp your hands behind your back. Inhale, puff up your chest, lift your gaze. And then exhale, fold forward, humble warrior. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, plant your hands, draw your right knee to your nose, and then step it down to meet your left in a standing forward fold. Great job. All right, we'll come into a toe stand from here. So begin to bend into your knees and come to standing on your toes. Maybe keep your fingertips down on your mat to help you balance, or maybe try to test your balance by bringing your hands to heart center. Great job. Take one more inhale here. And on your next exhale, you'll roll back to balance on your sitting bones right into boat pose. And as always in this boat pose, you have a few options. You can rest on your hands behind you to support you. Maybe bring your arms parallel with your shins. Maybe grab onto the backs of your thighs. Maybe come into the full expression of a boat pose. But wherever you are, lift your chest, engage your core, and find your balance here on your sitting bones. Again, imagine rooting down through these sitting bones and exchanging energy with the earth. Take one more inhale here, and then you can exhale and lower your feet to your mat. Great job. We'll come into some seated spinal twists. So keep your left knee lifted, bring your right heel in towards your right hip, and maybe step your left foot on the outside of your right knee. And we'll take a twist to the left here. So your right arm can come to hug around your left leg, or maybe come to the outside of your left leg. But wherever you are on your inhales, lengthen your spine, and exhale to twist a little deeper. Engage straight ahead or over your left shoulder in this seated spinal twist. Take one more inhale here. And on your next exhale, you can face back forward. And with your legs still crossed, begin to move into a cow face pose by bringing your knees to stack over one another. This is a very intense outer hip stretch. Me personally, I have very tight hips, so I can't do the pose all the way, but you want to aim to bring your knees to stack over one another. Also, feel free to sit on a block in this pose to make it more comfortable. And with your arms, you can either come into eagle arms by crossing your right elbow over your left and bringing your palms to meet, or maybe reach your right arm overhead and your left arm from your lower back and bring them to meet behind you. Wherever you are, lift your chest and breathe into that stretch in your outer hips. Imagine sending all the air from your inhale right to where you feel that in your outer hips. Take one more deep breath here. And when you're ready, you can exit this pose slowly and very gently. And we'll take that seated spinal twist on the other side. So bring your left foot in towards your right hip, step your right foot over your left knee, and we'll twist to the right this time. So your left arm can come to hug your right leg or come to the outside of your right leg. And you can twist and gaze over your right shoulder. Take one more inhale here, and then slowly untwist. Work your knees to come into a cow face pose with your right knee on top. And again, your arms can come to an eagle pose or those cow face arms. Also, you can even hold on to your feet if you would like. But lift your chest and breathe into your hips. Take one more deep breath here. And when you're ready, you can slowly release from this pose. And bring your feet right in front of you with your knees lifted and just windshield wiper your knees side to side. All right, great job. You can come to lying on your back with your soles of your feet still on your mat with your knees bent. We'll move into a bridge pose. So bring your heels up to graze your fingertips. Start with an inhale here. And then exhale, press into your heels and lift your hips into bridge pose. You can clasp your hands under your body if you'd like. Engage your glutes, engage your core. Ground down into your heels. Draw your chest towards your chin. Take one more inhale here, and then exhale, lower down. We'll take two more of those. And in these next two, maybe try lifting one leg at a time. So again, start with an inhale here, and then exhale, lift your hips. Again, maybe try lifting your right leg up to the ceiling, or even straight out in front of you. Take one more inhale here, and then exhale, lower down. We'll take one more, so maybe try lifting your left leg this time. So again, start with an inhale, then exhale, lift your hips. Maybe try pointing your right toes up to the ceiling. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, lower down. Draw your knees to your chest, hug your legs. Maybe rock side to massage your spine. All right, great job. We'll move into some reclined spinal twist. So you can bring your arms to a T or a cactus arms, whichever you would prefer. And start with an inhale, and then exhale, and let your knees fall over to the right with your knees and ankles stacked. Keep both shoulders pressed into your mat with your chest facing the ceiling. And you can send your gaze straight up at the ceiling or maybe over your left shoulder. But just breathe into this twist here. Twists are really great for helping with digestion. All that twisting and churning is like wringing out all the toxins and impurities in your body. And also it just helps your muscles do their job. It helps to get all your intestines and stuff digesting your food. All right, on your next inhale, draw your knees up to center, and exhale, and let them fall over to the left side. Gaze straight up at the ceiling or over your right shoulder. All right, on your next inhale, draw your knees back up to center. And we'll move into happy baby, so grab onto your inner or outer edges of your feet, or maybe even your big toes. Draw your knees to your armpits, maybe rock side to side here, maybe straighten through your legs. All right, from this happy baby, we'll move into a reclined bound angle pose. So draw the soles of your feet together and let them fall to your mat, and let your knees fall open. Maybe bring your hands to your inner thighs, or one hand to your heart, or one hand to your belly, or maybe to just rest at your sides. So just take a few deep breaths here and really just focus on your breath here. All right, great job. You can close your knees like a book and extend your legs straight out in front of you to come into your final Savasana pose. Rest your arms at your sides, roll your shoulders down your back, let your feet sway out to the sides, and completely relax your body here. And I'm going to read you a few grounding affirmations. Feel free to repeat them to yourself in your head. I am grounded, supported, and safe. I deserve to feel safe at all times. I am deeply rooted to the earth like a tree. I am calm, grounded, and at peace. With each breath, I draw fresh, healing energy into my body. I am supported by those who love me and make room for me. I am nourished, supported, and energized by the earth. I am all I need to be happy and at peace. I am worthy of love, care, and support. I am right where I need to be and am becoming who I need to be. I am open to a universe of possibilities. I am connected to my body and soul and practice daily whole self-care. I trust the goodness of life and I feel gratitude for it throughout the day. I release the fear and face the present with a smile of quiet confidence. Take a deep inhale through your nose and sigh it out. Open mouth, exhale. Begin to wiggle into your fingers and toes, bringing gentle movement back into your body. Maybe rock your head side to side. Then you can inhale your arms overhead and point your toes in a nice long body stretch. And roll over to either side into fetal pose. Rest your head on your bicep. Take a moment here to reflect on your practice. And with your eyes still closed, or maybe with a soft gaze, begin to press into your hand and lift back up to a seated position. Bring your hands to heart center. And just remember that in order to have a strong structure, it needs a strong foundation, and that includes you too. So being grounded is so important. Being grounded means to be connected to nature and earth and life around you and within yourself. It also means to feel safe and guided and secure, which is really important. That's why it's associated with your root and your root chakra, because that's the beginning. It's like a hierarchy of needs. You need to feel those things to continue to move up the scale. All right, you can take a bow here. Namaste. I really hope you guys enjoyed this practice. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you did like it, definitely be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post videos 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I have all kinds of videos, so be sure to check those out. And as always, you can leave a comment and let me know what kind of yoga videos you would like to see. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.